Yes. Ai 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 ai. Ai 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 ai. Ai ai ai. Moi moi.
Moi moi. Sisältää liikkuvaa valoa ja kuvaa.
Sie redeten hinter deinem Rücken, doch hinten die Fresse, sobald du dann vor ihnen standst. Ey, sag mir, willst du das? Denkst du bist real, dann komm, teste mich. Ey, im Magazin 16 drin, wundert dich nicht, wenn ich random ne Kugel seh. Gibt es Probleme, komm ich auch regeln.
Ottelun tuomarit, please welcome the game officials for this game. The game officials for this game have been licensed and assigned by the International Ice Hockey Federation. Tuomarit ja referees Andres Hansons, Miroslav Stolz, ja tuomarit ja linespersons Jake Davis, Davis Sunde.
Opening day losses for both these teams as Finland and Germany say hello to the officials, and let's do the same. Andris Ansons of Latvia, Miroslav Stolz of Switzerland are the referees. Your linesmen are Jake Davis from Wyandotte, Michigan, and Davis Zunde of Latvia. Harold Kreis in behind the bench for Germany, a Winnipegger. 2 Olympics and 8 World Championships as a player. And Jukka Jalonen, first pro coaching job was here in Tampere with Liga. He was coaching Ilves. Didn't think his team brought the A game yesterday. Joel Armia was the player of the game for Finland. Finland started with a 4-1 loss to USA. Germany a 1-0 loss to Sweden. Both will have an off day tomorrow. Finland will take on Sweden on Monday, and Germany will take on Team USA on Monday. Both teams have gone to different goaltenders for this game. Not that there was anything wrong with the goaltending last night in Game 1, but there has been a change for both these teams. It'll be Dustin Stallmeyer. His second World Championship, got into 1 game last year, stopped 18 of 22, plays DEL in Wolfsburg. And UC Old Kenora, who was brilliant in last year's run to the gold medal, 1.11 goals against average, a .948 save percentage, 4 shutouts. And he spent this past season in the AHL and the SHL. Finland and Germany. Let's get going. Otama back in his own zone. Otama will send this on looking for Rantanen. Got away from him. Rantanen had some glorious looks in the game last night. This will get sent in. And back forward is Mikko Lehtinen. Tried to play it around the boards, banked it off the referee, and that allows Eel to jump on the loose puck. Alexander Eel brings it to the backside off a skate. Fortunately for Finland, that stays out, but some early pressure here from Germany. Lehtinen gets to the red line and knifes a backhander in. Sent around the boards by Stallmeyer. Blocked at the line, and Finland now some offensive zone time. Hessenen is in the lineup in this game tonight. Did not play last night. Came to the side of the net for Kako, and he was unable to tap that in. Kako had some good looks in the game yesterday for Finland. Kako has it again. That was Visman again. Visman made some unreal defensive plays last night, and that was him. They robbed him of a goal right there. Crowd getting into it here. Kako sends it into the slot. Armia, and a blocker save made by Stallmeyer. Armia on it again, plays it down in behind the net. Kako with some body contact there. Kako on the loose puck, looking out front. Yuri Salonen is there, comes across, and Armia with another blast. Salonen sends it around the boards, and now Germany, just to relieve the pressure, will get rid of it. It would have been an icing call, but fortunately for Germany, Ville Pokka was coming off the bench on the line change.
Jukka Jalonen talked about the fact that they want to build their game as the tournament goes on. And he said, we have to be able to handle pressure. And I think that's true because as the USA took the game over on the scoreboard, they wilted a little.
Seppala sends it up on the left side. That got steered away as the quick shot. Back into the corner, getting rubbed out there. And it's around back in front. Strohmeyer makes the save. Loose puck sent back in behind the net. Pessinen tries to work it free. Pessinen off the boards, mishandled it, gets it again, send it around. Billy Polka's in from the line. Getting shoved there was Juho Lammikko. He got knocked down. Kasperi Kapanen goes in after a loose puck and is batted away from him and flipped out to center ice. And now Germany will start a line change and a quick up. Matten Palo will feed this ahead. Matten Palo gets it back. And another save by Strohmeyer. Shoot the puck appears to be on the agenda for both these teams, but maybe Finland more than Germany right now.
Oh, this sets up to be a great game. Both these teams played better than they deserved in the first game. That's how they feel, and they're showing it here early.
Marco Antila on the first steal. Dominic Cahoon on the second steal. Cahoon dishes it off. And another good defensive play as Marco Antila got back to knock it away from J.J. Peterka. Otama back in his own zone and on for Lettinen as the team start another change. Quick pace to the start of this one. Left wing pass. That was intercepted. Parker Toomey got in the front of that one, but right back in for Finland. And a wrister by Hartikainen goes over top the net. Hartikainen had the opening goal for Finland. Gets it in front of the net for Manninen, and Strohmeyer, point blank range, makes the save.
Boy, has he been good early. The Finns really pouring it on here after Germany had a really good start, and they put a little bit of pressure on the Finns. The Finns come right back with several chips now. Great scoring chance there. That's the one that was robbery by Vistman, turning around and clearing that puck at the last second. Takes away an absolute sure goal from Kaapo Kähkönen.
Face-off win for Finland. Lettinen, who led this team in scoring last year, also led all defensemen in scoring. Floats that one in from the line, and another save for Strohmeyer.
Germany only lost 1-0 to Sweden, and they gave up the one goal on a power play. Their power play went 0 for 4 in that game, so that's something they'll be focusing on. But J.J. Peterka, I think, was the best player on the ice for both teams, and he's off to a pretty good start here in this game.
Through center, and this will get sent in. Eel will take it off the sideboards, tries to play it back down low. Soromis is in after a loose puck. And Otama will control, plays it back for Lettinen. And Lettinen will just park in behind his own net while his teammates make the change, and then he'll dish it off and head to the bench. Armia will get that in. The game's first penalty is going to go against Germany, and Finland will go to the power play as Nobles will head to the bin.
Trying to defend at your blue line, you use your stick, you use your body, and sometimes things go sideways, and Nobles reaching out a little bit too far. The stick goes underneath the blade. And that's what happens. Good pace to this game. You knew it would be. On Finland's side, they felt like they had almost 20 scoring chances, and I don't disagree with them. They created a lot against the U.S. The U.S. knows in their next game they can't give up as many grade A chances as they did, even though they won their game. Casey DeSmith just absolutely destroyed the offense of Finland in that last game.
Armia plays it back at the blue line, and bobbling it there was Olli Mata, a Pittsburgh first-round pick in 2012. Brought back in. Good wrist shot by Kaapo Kähkönen. And that missed the target and comes all the way back around the boards and down the ice. Shots are 4-0 in the early going here in favor of Finland. Kaapo Kakko in his second World Championships had a terrific tournament back in 2019 with 6 goals and 7 points. This gets shoveled ahead. Shorthanded opportunity, and Jussi Olkinuora gets tested for the first time by Justin Schutz. Armia, Kapanen back for Armia. Watch there by Sturm. Nico Sturm trying to chop that out of the zone, could not. Kept in, cross ice. Kaapo Kakko, and he rings that one off the pipe. Kakko continues to get some great looks.
Yes, he had some great looks, made some great plays in the game last night. Just been snake bitten a little bit. He got robbed twice in that game, and he got robbed by the goalpost right there, but he's made an impact already.
Mikko Rantanen coming off a terrific campaign with the Colorado Avalanche. Back at the line for Lettinen. Power play continues. 30 seconds left. Cross ice pass. High short side, and that one over top the net as Manninen had another good look. Doviak will play this into the corner. Stays on the loose puck. Sends it all the way back into his own zone, and that will just about do it for Finland's power play.
Well, they got their attention, that's for sure. When Schutz had that short-handed chance, guys on the power play sometimes will get a little bit sloppy defensively. When Schutz was driving in off that angle, that gets your attention on the power play. Sometimes that's good as long as it doesn't burn you.
Billy Polka from the line, long shot off the backboards. And grabbed off and cleared off a stick, but quickly on it is Mueller. He'll hit the line, tries to get it deep, and offside is called against Germany. Good pace to this game. Finland, Germany scoreless.
It'll be interesting to see as the game goes on if Germany starts to actually chase behind the net, Finland's net that is. Their coaching staff talked about that they don't like the fact that Finland is so good at going back behind their own net like this and getting controlled breakouts. They want to keep them from doing that.
Frederick Tiffels jumps on a loose puck. Tiffels leaves it there for Mueller. He'll leave it for Dominic Cahoon. Cahoon trying to get out of his own zone, could not. Got stopped there by Hannes Bjornanen. Now taken by Mueller again. Long pass up for Tiffels. Tiffels carries in, leaves for Dominic Cahoon. Poked off Cahoon's stick by Antila. And Marco Antila, the captain of this Finland team, will float this up the boards, and it's cleared by Finland. Right back up at center for Dominic Cahoon. Cahoon will leave it there for J.J. Peterka. J.J. Peterka carries in. Drops for Tiffels. Tiffels sends it around. Cahoon lets it go back to the right point for Moritz Seider. Seider tees it up from the blue line and let the wrister go, and that didn't miss by much short side. Kapanen will carry it back in. Kasperi Kapanen backdoor, and unable to get a stick on that cross ice pass was Lammikko. Lammikko on it again, trying to slap it to the front of the net. And it's grabbed off and taken out of harm's way by Maximilian Kastner.
Kastner was one on the back check there that took that scoring chance away right on the edge of the paint. So Germany really into it on both sides of the puck.
Back up through center ice for Mueller. This is Jonas Mueller, number 41. Number 91, Moritz Mueller. Puck bounces inside the line. And Finland on the regroup. Salonen will play it back into his own zone. And comes across and taken by Koivisto for Ole Mata. Mata sends it up at center and in for Salonen. Salonen got stopped before he could get it deep, and Nobles will send it on for Mueller. Mueller goes outside, inside, trying to cut around Koivisto. Puck taken away, and Armia will send this ahead for Capo Kakko. Kakko trying to spin around a move to get around Visman. Gets it for Armia, scores! Joel Armia has Finland on the board.
A stunner. It didn't look like anything was going to happen that quickly, but Joel Armia, who was player of the game in game number 1 for Germany, for the Finns, does a heck of a job here. It's just a bit of a screen, I think. It just kind of exploded off the stick. Here's a play out of the corner. Looks like everything is under control, but not so much. Can't quite get the glove on it. Niederberger gets... Strohmeyer gets the glove on it, but just can't quite get the handle on it, and the good shot goes in low on the short side.
So Joel Armia, in his second World Championship, was very good last year in that gold medal win. Had 5 goals and 8 points, and gets his first of the tournament. Germany right back in Stahoviak with the shot to the short side, and that gets deflected. Up and out of play, Ole Mata and Capo Kakko with the assists.
Well, there's so much energy in this building, and now that Finland has scored first, now that's something that Germany's going to have to handle. Can you handle the pressure here? Can you get the momentum back under control, or is Finland going to start running away from it?
Wojciech Stahoviak with the face-off win. Loose puck into the corner. Maximilian Zuber leaves it back. Stahoviak couldn't catch up to it. Around the boards it goes. Defensively there was Hartikainen. And Hartikainen will come up with it. Sends it around for Lehtinen. Mikko Lehtinen will send it in. Strohmeyer blocks it, snaps it up the boards. Intercepted, though, by Mikko Rantanen. Rantanen around Maximilian Zuber, gets chased to the far side by Mueller. Rantanen spins, throws this back around the boards. Came back to the right point. Nanton Pala will play it back down low. Hartikainen coming cross ice, trying to find Sakari Manninen, and that was intercepted, and now Tome will put this back into his own zone as there'll be a line change. Wagner will dump it in. And a battle for a loose puck in the corner gets going. Back at the line, Wagner will take the cross ice pass. Okanora came across and made a good save with all sorts of traffic in front of his net. Marco Antila tried to trap it, could not. Veli Poka has it. Poka takes a bit of a bump there from Samuel Saramis, but it is cleared in at the line. Chopping it down low is Bjornanen. Bjornanen trying to get that onto the stick of Oksanen, but it's cleared ahead, and Nico Sturm will start back, sends it across, and Hudel will send it the rest of the way in for Germany.
As the game went on last night for Germany, they felt like they lost their gap control. They were good early. They kind of got it back late, but in the middle of the game, that gap in between the forwards and D just wasn't right. It's another something they're trying to focus on here. Good idea against the Finns, who are fast breakers with great talent.
Cleared in. Koivisto will have to chase this down at center ice after Ole Mata pinched in, and it got cleared away from him. Dominic Cahoon will carry in. Cahoon tried to get that out front. That was intercepted by Koivisto, and Ole Mata will skate this out. Mata will send it up at center, gets it back, gives it back, and a shot by Pessanen, and that didn't miss by much. Good play defensively by J.J. Peterka of the Buffalo Sabres. And Peterka will get to the line no further. Koivisto takes it away. Kasperi Kapanen will take the pass from Olli Mata and carry it right back in. Kapanen tried to send that down low, looking for Harry Pessanen. It was intercepted and cleared. And back out at center ice it goes, and Kapanen will play it back into his own end and then head to the bench on the change. Lettinen hits the red line and pumps this in. Comes around the boards. Mueller played the body on Kako. Puck is out to the neutral zone. Crowd reacted as the referee went for a spill. Yoel Armia, the goal scorer in this game, tried to slip that back looking for Salonen, but it's cleared. Now a race for the puck. Big Marcel Noble's trying to muscle his way past Otama. Good play by Otama. Rubs him out, takes the puck. Mannanen back for Otama and on for Lettinen. 6.5 to go, opening period. Dennis Bayat, Brian Engblom, Bucky Buchanan here in top, and a shot to the short side by Schutz. That got turned aside. Justin Schutz in his first World Championship. Back at the line. This is cleared all the way around by Hudel. Hartikainen. A big line for Finland. Hartikainen, Mannanen, who has it now, and Rantanen, who heads to the front of the net. Traffic coming in on the defenseman Freeman, so he pitches it down low. Thrown out front by Hartikainen. In from the line is Freeman. Sakari Mannanen for Rantanen. Mikko Rantanen centers it back to the blue line. Freeman will hold it in. Comes near side. Matten Palo gets it down. Nice little deflection by Rantanen, but it went wide. Taken on the backhand and chipped away by Justin Schutz.
Nice little trick there by Rantanen. There's a reason he scored 55 goals this year for Colorado. He almost hit there from an impossible angle. Just redirecting that puck, went over the short side of the net.
1-0 Finland here in the opening period. This will get sent in by Seppala. Strohmeyer plays it for Mueller. And Jonas Mueller will send it ahead at center. Saramis takes it wide, close at the line. And Eel just could not hang up. Offside called.
German team breathed a big sigh of relief and had a big smile on their face when Moritz Seider of the Detroit Red Wings decided he was going to come here to Finland and play for his national team. Seider, such a talented guy, multi-minutes in every situation he can. He didn't look like he had great legs because he had just joined the team the day before last, and I don't think his legs had showed up all the way yet. Maybe they were still in luggage. He played a good, solid game, but I'll be looking to see at key parts in the game here if Moritz Seider gets up and to play a little more.
7 points in last year's tournament for Seider. Eel for Germany tried to slip that down low. It was intercepted. And back up the ice for Oksanen. Sends it around the boards. Marco Antila back to the line. Shot. That never got through. Off the stick of Nicholas Freeman. And now clear back, and Nico Sturm after it for Germany. Sturm gets it for Eel, centered it. The pass was there, and Tiffels just couldn't handle it cleanly. Mueller back into his own zone. Slovakia leading Latvia 1-0 over in Riga, as the two host teams will close out day 2 of the World Championship. Triple header again tomorrow. USA and Canada will both get early games. USA against Hungary here. Canada and Slovenia over in Riga. There's Seider.
Both teams are going to clog up the neutral zone and back up a little bit. So if it's Morley, Seider, or anybody else on the German team coming the other way, same thing for the forwards of Finland coming up through the middle of the ice. Make those decisions. If you're coming through sometimes overpassing, trying to break those 5 guys, you end up in more trouble. If you can thread your way through with some speed, I think it's better to have fewer passes than more passes. And if you run out of racetrack, get it deep, and at least you've got some momentum on the way into the offensive zone.
Cleared back in, race for the puck to the backboards. Kapanen trying to dig it free. Kapanen got tied up and taken down as he got tied up there with Moritz Seider. Tiffels sends it on for Peterka. Back for Tiffels. Cross ice for Cahoon. Back to the near side. And what an opportunity for Tiffels. And it went off a body, or maybe off the right arm of Old Kenora, and then off the side of the net. Tiffels spent plenty of time in North America, USHL, Western Michigan. What a scoring chance there.
He's been one of those sneaky guys that you don't notice him for a while, and then all of a sudden he gets chances like that. He knows where to go and when to get there.
Juho Lammikko will send it in for Finland as Finland starts another change. Lead pass for Marcel Nobles beyond his reach. Icing waved off, and Finland back to regroup. Squeezed out at center is Jiri Salonen. You see Old Kenora, who split this season between the American Hockey League and the SHL. And the lead pass, no one home, and an icing call.
Here's a look at the Germans' chance. There was, oh yeah, off a foot there, and then here's the shot coming back. I think he hit his own man. Good cross-ice pass, good puck movement, and then Tiffels with that chance. He did have room on the short side. Hit Kapanen in the back of the leg. He had a little bit of room on that short side. He had to get it away quickly. The goaltender didn't even see it yet as Germany comes close.
Kastner wins the face-off for Germany. Fishbook to the front of the net, scores! Marcel Nobles let it go from the high slot, and it hit somebody in front or something. Old Kenora may have got a piece of it, and here late in period 1, Germany has knotted this game up.
Yeah, those off-speed bouncing pucks that change direction and change speed. This one completely fools him. That's nasty. It bounces. He's ready for the shot. He's in the right trajectory for it. Goes off the inside of the skate, then hits another one of his teammates, Koivusto, right in front of him. Bounces, and look how he goes. He's trying to tighten up, get his arms in tight, get his legs together, and that one bounces a little bit sideways and beats him on the blocker side. That's a nasty bounce.
Have to see if the scorer rules out an error or a hit. It was a bad hop single. E6. So this game tied up 1-1 in what has been a very good first period. Armia has one in the game, looking for 2, and that one off a leg and wide. Battle for a loose puck in the corner, and Kastner's on and on for Visman. Visman just sends it out of his own zone. Germany will start a change. Seppala plays it back into his own end, and Ole Mata will play it back for Seppala.
They chased them out. They chased them out from behind the net. That's one of the things we were looking for. They don't want the Finns to set up just nice and calm and work their breakout their way.
Justin Schutz centers. Samaris tried to get that out front. It was on and off the stick of Stahoviak. And flipped up at center. Hartikainen on for Manninen. Manninen puts on the brakes against Maximilian Zuber. Cross ice pass, race to the far side. Stahoviak on the loose puck, and it gets to center ice, and no room there for Stahoviak or Toomey. And they'll play it back into the row and end, head to the bench on the change with 45 seconds left in period 1. Through the middle, Sider for Nico Sturm. Sharp angle, try, bouncing puck, and that skipped over top the net. Soromis from a sharp angle, throwing that one right in on Old Kenora. Bjorninen sends this in, and now Bjorninen, who is very good on the faceoffs, will have to take one back at his own end after the icing.
Well, that goal by Germany will give them a lot of confidence. We said they played so well against the Swedes and lost 1-0 on a power play goal that they gave up, and we haven't seen their power plays get any kind of momentum in this game yet. That'll be a question mark for them, but the fact that they're tied 1-1 at the end of this first period here in the next few seconds is big for Germany.
Finland has now allowed 5 goals in this World Championship, 4 against Team USA. 1 was an empty net, and they've allowed 1 here. Last year, in 7 preliminary games, they gave up 5 goals in total, and 3 of them came in 1 game, the overtime loss to Sweden.
Wow, that's almost impossible, and they still did it. But try to live up to those expectations, pretty tough too. You have to deal with what's in front of you. Everybody changes, the teams in front of you change, and there are new faces. So it's very interesting, but they'll have to make those adaptations. And the guys that were on the team last year can't be thinking about stuff like that, because then you're ignoring what's right in front of your face.
Shots 7-5 in favor of Finland. This first period as advertised. It was a good one. And a 1-1 tie, 20 minutes done.
Shots on goal in the first period. Team Germany 5, Team Finland 7. Riikassa tilanne ottelussa Slovakia Latvia on 1-0. In Riga the score between
Good job, boys, eh? Recover. That's it.
älyky. Jos kiekko lentää katsomaan, ystävällisesti painaa.
1-1 ties. We get set to start the second period. Just leaving your screen there, Yoel Armia, who has the goal for Finland in this game. And then Germany tying this game up. Marcel Nobles with a bit of a bouncer off a skate. And a 1-1 ties. We get set to start period number 2. Dustin Strohmeyer, the busier of the two netminders. The game looked like there was more than 7 shots on the German netminder, but that's what they have recorded. And Jussi Okanora faced 5 shots. And again, looked as though there was more action around him than that. There's Mikko Rantanen, who had that terrific year with the Colorado Avalanche. We get set for period number 2.
Here we go, boys. Sticks.
And in on the attack quickly. This will get sent in by Visman. Spent this past season in Providence with the Providence Bruins of the American Hockey League. Has some size, has some physicality, has a reach at 6'4", 207. Visman forced to the backhand, gets it on for Mueller, and Mueller will send it in to lay it offside. Germany will take the opportunity to change, and Ultima will carry it out. On for Lettinen, and Lettinen will send it in. Strohmeyer will stop it. Leaves it for Mueller, and Mueller will send it on up the left side boards, and this will get flipped up and cleared out of the zone by Frederick Tiffels. Tiffels in on the forecheck, but Ole Mata will skate it. Gets the center, sends it in. Strohmeyer will play it up the boards for Tiffels. Armia takes it away, and Armia feeds it back in a quick shot by Jiri Salonen. And Strohmeyer fighting off some bodies to make the save.
Extended time in your own zone can really hurt in the second period. You're a long ways from your own bench. Bad line changes. Horrible situation to put your team in. Especially these two teams are very talented. Their defense as a group are very heads up. They're very willing and very able to make the long stretch passes and attack you when you're getting caught in a bad line change. Be aware out there, both teams will be thinking that.
Capo Caco Tries to bring that around to the front of the net on the backhand. Gets chased the other way. Turns and comes back to the near side. Played it back for Olli Mata, but Mata, by the time he knocked it down, the puck had made its way outside the zone. Right back up for Salonen. Salonen for Kakko with Armia. Joel Armia takes the drop pass, works his way around Moritz Seider. Gets some help defensively as this gets cleared in. Koivisto dumps it back in, turns and heads to the bench on the change. And taken by Olli Mata. Mata for Armia. And he'll play it all the way back in behind his own net. And Armia will head to the bench as Finland will start a change. Lakimo sends it out to the near side. And a save made. Good play there by Juho Lammikko.
I think that's a great tactic. When a winger goes all the way down the boards, if you can't get into a scoring area or veer to the middle of the ice, then get to the back of the net. Watch the problem it gives to the goaltender. The quickness that he has to react to, and he does a really nice job. Strahlmeier tracks it, gets to that post, and then the puck is almost already on its way to him by the time he looks up and centers on it. But it was all set up by the attack by the Finns.
Is Harry Pessinen with the scoring chance, his third World Championship, and has 2 goals to his credit. Trying to clear the zone, but unable to is Lammikko as he had his pocket pick, comes back at the line. Kudo lets the shot go, that goes off a leg and wide. Kept in on the far side boards by Parker Toomey. Brought back in by Germany, but offside is called at the line.
This German team was put together with 8 players from the Red Bull team that plays in Munich. And when you can start with a core like that, that's used to playing with each other and then build around it, that means an awful lot moving forward. And they have proven that they have come together very quickly.
Munich, the DEL champion in 2023. Last one in 2020. Eisbären Berlin won in 21 and 22. 9 titles total for Eisbären Berlin. Speaking of championships, Tappara, who plays in this building, winning the Champions League. And this comes into the crease. And Strahlmeier will grab it and hang on.
Germany played a first period like they were using their product, Red Bull, too. They had a lot of jump on their step. And they got the jump on Finland at the very beginning, and then it ended up being a very good, even period, and deservedly so, 1-1 tie.
Face-off win by Bjornanen. Back for Freeman. Back to the line it goes. Unthanen lets the shot go. That never got through. And now cleared by Dominic Cahoon. No room for him, and Weissman will snap this up at center. Tiffels trying to carry into the Finland zone. Could not. Oksanen plays it back. And Marco Antila, who spent a lot of time playing here for Ilves, spent some time in the SHL, some time in the KHL. Lettinen lets the shot go. And that ticked off of Tiffels and went over top the net. Rantanen will drop it off. Bjornanen gets pinned in the corner. Bjornanen plays it back. Otama comes near side for Lettinen. Lettinen for Hartikainen. Hartikainen gets rubbed out by Visman. Otama in from the line in a puck battle there with J.J. Peterka. Peterka gets it and sends it on up for Tiffels. Tiffels to the line for Germany. That's as far as he gets, as Lettinen will take over. 7 goals and 30 points in Zurich for Lettinen after spending 3 years in the KHL. Lettinen on the regroup. On for Hartikainen. Hartikainen through for Rantanen. Rantanen being watched very closely there by Fishbook. Marcel Nobles is going to hold it in. And then he got bumped off the puck, and Rantanen will take it, but Nobles is hounding Rantanen. Chases him all the way back in behind his own net. Up for Hartikainen. Hartikainen couldn't get anywhere as a defenseman. Mueller was on him quickly, and now this is going to force an icing call.
Dennis, you've been covering the World Championships for years and years, and it seems to me, watching the Germans over the years, they've always been that sort of tweener team, right? It varies from year to year. Sometimes they're up with the big boys, and you go, yeah, they're going to challenge. They're going to be right in there for the gold, and then other years they drop back. It seems like year over year that happens a lot.
If they had all their players that are available here, I think they could make some noise. Of course, Leon Draisaitl is a little bit busy right now with the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah, he'd make kind of a difference, wouldn't he? Yeah, pretty good.
Mannanen plays this in behind the net. Send up the boards. Schutz trying to chop it out, could not. Rink wide pass, that got picked up. And Stohojevic will play this back out at center. Seider is there. And Stohojevic right back in. Looks for a little bit of open ice. Sends it into the corner. Koivisto goes in after him for Finland. Schutz is there. Schutz gets rubbed out. And Olli Mata is on it as Mannanen took his man down in the corner. Kakko gets this inside the line. Armia couldn't track it down. And back in for Toomey. Pitches this all the way in behind the net. Scampers to the bench on the line change. But that will allow Finland some room. Kakko for Armia. Plays it through. Olli Mata tried to chase that down. Could not. And Strohmeyer will stop it in behind his own net. Dustin Strohmeyer. 5 shutouts this past season in Wolfsburg. And the crowd ramping this building up. Armia with the wrister as they get the wave going. Pessinen being watched there by Eel. Pessinen spins off a check. Pessinen trying to bring that to the net. Nico Sturm will bank it off the boards and out of harm's way. Laniko will send it back. Seppala will carry it in. Seppala around for Kapanen. Kapanen trying to create some space in behind the net. Shot from the line. And a good save made by Strohmeyers. We will step aside 1-1 here in the second. Another sold-out building, and they've had the wave going for about 3 minutes.
These fans are absolutely fantastic. The energy is crazy. You walk through the concourse between periods, everybody is wearing a Finnish jersey.
Chatted between periods with a couple of hockey fans that are here from Germany to cheer their team on. They thought, as we did, their team played pretty well in that opening period.
They did.
Blocker saved there by Strohmeyer. Dropped off for Dominic Cahoon. Cahoon will spin it back for Peterka. Zuber from the line lets the long wrister go that way wide. Centered in front. And play whistle down, and a penalty coming to Finland as Juho Lammikko will go to the box.
And that whole sequence was set up by that smart play off the end wall by Zuber. He had no intention of shooting it at the net. It ended up being a really good shot pass off the end wall, and then see the opportunity it created in front, and because of it, Finland ends up taking a penalty.
Finland has outshot Germany 5-0 here in the second period as we get a look at Coach Jukka Jalonen. Boy, does he have a mantle with all the trophies and the gold medals and the championships that he has won. Germany onto the power play. Finland was 3 for 3 on the penalty kill yesterday. Ryan touched on this earlier. Germany was 0 for 4 on the power play in the 1-0 loss to Sweden.
They had some good looks, but nothing went in the back of the net. So that's the next step. They have a goal. They didn't score in the first game at all. Now to get something going on the power play, but the next step for this tournament overall.
The pass for Dominic Cahoon, and very, very close at the line, but offside is called.
I haven't noticed Dominic Cahoon as much in this game so far. I thought he had a terrific game in game 1, and especially on the power play. Cahoon was really pulling the trigger. He's got a terrific one-timer, and he had J.J. Peterka on the other side on the power play, and he had a lot of movement to his game up and down, going north-south from the blue line downhill. It was a great combo, and they created a lot. They just didn't score.
2 years in the OHL with Sudbury for Dominic Cahoon. Seider. Terrific start to what's going to be a terrific career with the Detroit Red Wings for him. This gets banked out at center. Seider looking to wind it up. Gets angled off to the near side by Salonen. Dominic Cahoon plays it across. Tiffels will send it back. Seider comes near side. On for Fishbook. Drops it for Cahoon. Cahoon sends it back. Tiffels. Up top, Seider. Seider will go across. Cross-ice feed for Cahoon from Peterka. Doesn't get that through. Cahoon on it again for Moritz Seider. Down for Tiffels. Tiffels! There's that opportunity, looking high over the left shoulder of Jussi Olkinuora.
Guys try to bank it in off the goaltender's ear if they have to do it, but that setup is what I was talking about, where you have Cahoon with the threat on the right side, and you got Peterka looping up at the blue line. It's all a timing pattern. Now you choose your poison, Finland.
In across for Hudel. Centering pass is intercepted. Antila trying to handle it cleanly to create the odd man rush. And amazing how fast you can skate when you're the player that turned it over, and Leon Hudel got back and tied him up.
That's for sure.
And an icing call now.
Good puck movement here, and there's Peterka. And they close on him really fast, and so it opened that seam up. Just Cahoon couldn't quite handle it, but the thought process was there. And then they show a different look. Nice job by Tiffels. And boy, he was close. He was really close in making that perfect shot. That shot, I think, drives goaltenders nuts. That's one of the newest targets for players, and some of the guys are just incredible at their ability to hit that.
So Germany now 0 for 5 on the power play in this tournament. They've had 8 power play shots, unable to capitalize. They've had some good opportunities, and they're going to get another one, as Hartikainen is going to go for the trip. Hartikainen doesn't like it. The fans don't like it.
Hudel went down right away, and it's the way he went down. Hudel didn't like it. It seemed like he got hit on the side of the knee. So we'll see what this call is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be clipping or... I thought it was body contact. Here's the look at it. Yeah, it definitely was. Yeah, that's knee on knee. So they call it tripping. could have been kneeing, and it's because of that knee buckle that, and rightfully so. It's a good call by the referee.
Yep. So Harder-Kind into the box.
So they're making inroads on their power play, and now they get a chance. You just get that feeling, Dennis, that they're this far away from cashing in on their power play.
Bjorninen out to take the face-off to start the penalty kill for Finland. Out there with Marco Antila. Bjorninen, one of the top face-off percentages at last year's championship. Wins this one, and Olkinora had to be careful off the face-off, and now it's cleared all the way down the ice. So textbook by Finland, win the face-off and get it down the ice. Fishbook back into the power play for J.J. Peterka. Peterka trying to get it back to Fishbook. It gets batted out of midair by Olimata. And then Bjorninen trying to send it down the ice, and play gets whistled down, knocked down with a high stick, I think is what they're going to say.
There's that familiar problem. Get the puck over the blue line. Where does the first pass go? Is it clean? Do you get it to somebody who has a chance to maintain momentum, get to an open space or whatever? The first pass once you're inside the blue line has always been critical for me, the way the power play entries are worked now.
Cahoon and Bjorninen. Face-off to the left of Olkinora, and another face-off win by Bjorninen. And Ultima will send it all the way down the ice. And Seider will chase this back into his own end. Cahoon sends it on for Peterka. Peterka leaves it there for Tiffels. Back for Peterka. Seider. Tiffels will have to track this one down. Fishbook as they play catch in the Finland zone. Cahoon. Rink wide it goes. Walking in. Quick shot. Peterka. Rebound is there. And it got swatted away. Cahoon on it quickly. Over for Peterka. Walks it in. Tried to wire that one through it. Ultima felt that one as he blocked it.
Yeah, waited too long on that one, but the first look he had was a terrific one.
Seider at the line. Puck is rolling on him. Sends it off for Peterka. Whistles a wrist shot over top the net. Cahoon. 35 seconds in the power play and a 1-1 tie. Seider through traffic and off a body and wide. Peterka. Tiffels. Back for Peterka. On for more, it's Seider. Back for Peterka. He'll come cross ice for Dominic Cahoon. Cahoon goes back cross ice. Peterka up top, Seider. And Cahoon tried to feed that one through the seam again. Cahoon has it again. He gets pressured by Olimata. Down it goes to Fishbook. Cross ice, sharp angle there for Peterka. One shot on that power play as that top unit out for the entire 2 minutes for Germany. Peterka still out there. Back it comes to the line. Visman on for Marcel Nobles. Nobles swings it all the way around the boards. Good puck control. Kastner gets it back. Visman scores! Kai Visman.
If anybody deserved a goal, this guy deserved a goal, because he played so well defensively in this 1 game plus. And he just let this one rip. This one had to do with fatigue, too. Yeah, the penalty was up. The power play was over. But the Finns have been stuck in their own zone for a really long time. There are guys that are barely moving out there in white. And I think that added to the problem. There wasn't as much movement as 5 guys would like to have. And I think some of those guys' legs had shortened up by about 6 inches after being out there for so long. And that was part of the issue. The screen was certainly a part of the issue, and a good shot there by Visman.
Yeah, Olimata, I think, wanted to get out of the way, but I'm not sure he picked it up quick enough as to where it was coming. Okanora didn't get a good look at that one, and Germany with a 2-1 lead.
So not a power play goal, but the power play had a lot to do with that goal.
Yes, good point on the fatigue, because the Finnish defenders, the tank was empty. Billy Polka plays it back for Armia. Tackle trying to center it. So Nobles and Kastner on the assists. Kastner just came off the bench. There's a chance. Nico Sturm and Okanora just got enough of that. Back into the German zone and chipped up the boards by Schutz, and Koivisto back to set it up. On for Lettinen. Lettinen's cross ice pass almost picked off. Lamiko follows in. The cross ice pass knocked into midair by Kapanen, but first on the loose puck was Schutz, and he'll clear it down the ice. Lettinen parks in behind his own net. Koivisto to the blue line, no further. They'll try it again, but his pass misses Lettinen, and Lettinen has to hustle back with pressure coming from Schutz. Marcel Nobles goes in with a bump. Into the high slot, scores! Sakari Manninen takes the drop pass and wires it. 2-2.
This is a laser. It's right on a tee for him, right above the tops of the circles. He's coming late on the play. First of all, here's the chance for Germany. And that's a huge save by Okanora, getting enough of that to stop it. And he come right down shortly after that, and having a bomb from Manninen late on the play. It's always hard to pick guys up like that. The initial attack stops up a few feet inside the zone. You back everybody off, and then you lay it in there, put it right on a tee to a guy coming in. His forward momentum transfers into the shot, and that was a laser beam. Tough to stop.
Perry Kapanen put it on the tee, and it was the red tees, the forward tees. And Manninen just ripped it. Manninen had 6 goals and 10 points in last year's World Championship, and a big goal there. With 5.5 to go, now an odd-man rush, and Fishbook forced to come to the near side, and that puts Maximilian Kastner offside on the far side. We will step aside. It's 2-2 on TSN. Finland with its hands full to start this tournament, coming off a loss to USA yesterday in the opening game. And down in this one, or tied in this one, but certainly Germany has been very good. And then an off day tomorrow, and then Sweden on Monday for Finland.
Yeah, that first game meant an awful lot. That was a huge win by the U.S. team, no doubt about that. So you're right. Now It's about handling pressure, and I think that's what the coach was talking about. We have to be able to handle that, and that's true. It's true in Stanley Cup playoffs when you're playing 7 games, but it's certainly true in tournament form like this where things hang in the balance in one single game, time after time.
Siders pass up the right side boards, goes for icing, and the face-off will come back. We mentioned the Champions League win by Tappara, the other team that plays in this building. There's the goal by Visman. The draw for the Champions League tournament next year will take place here in Tampere on May 24th. Lindsay Hamilton will host that. Defending champion Tappara and Ilves, the other team that plays in this building, have both qualified.
Watching that replay of the Visman shot, that looked like it got tweaked up off the shaft of somebody's stick.
Finds the back of the net. Lehtinen plays this in deep, and now a penalty is coming to Mueller. As he looks over at the referee, Lehtinen walks in. Lehtinen looking for a tip from Hartikainen. 6 attackers now as Old Kenora has made his way to the bench for the extra attacker, but it's cleared, and a holding penalty is coming on the plate to Moritz Mueller. Right there, the arm on the arm of Manninen.
Yeah, the way the game is shaping up here, special teams could very well be the answer at the end here. Great talent, puck management, getting the shots, and now that we've seen Germany have their couple of shots, that we'll see what Finland's got.
Shots 13-9 right now for Finland, and yet as we watch this game, it seems like it's much higher than that. Both goalgetters, by the way, in this period, Visman played in the American Hockey League with the Providence Bruins, and Manninen played in the American Hockey League with Henderson this past season. 14 goals and 40 points. Lehtinen for Rantanen. Manninen is on the near side. It's back for Lehtinen. Manninen. Lehtinen. Rantanen wires it. Save made. Rebound, scores! Manninen has another one. And a power play goal for Finland.
Costly penalties, boy. Everybody's going into the rest of this game. They're going to be on edge because you can't afford to make a mistake. What a backhand this is by Manninen. It was only a sort of a partial shot by Rantanen that'll come from the right side. He doesn't really get all of it, but it's a huge rebound. Manninen's timing is perfect. And a lot of times when guys come in this kind of situation, look, he's on his backhand. Guys will try to settle it, or they'll try to hand a little bit because you're on your backhand, and you don't like that. Well, apparently it doesn't bother Manninen. That was a heck of a scoop in the top shelf there. And the Germans make a mistake by taking a penalty, and the Finns cash in.
So 1-0 for Finland, 2-1 for Germany, and now 3-2 for Finland. Manninen from Rantanen and Lehtinen. Sharp angle try there as Antti Oksanen was looking high glove. Oksanen ties it up in the corner. This will get flipped up at center. Peterka right back in for Germany. Peterka looking to the backside. Pile up in front of the net as Tipples got dumped. Peterka waits for it to come around, gets inside position on Freeman. And it bounces away, and Oksanen will send it out at center ice. Mueller's step up on big Marco Antila. Dominic Cahoon drops it for Peterka. Peterka trying to work his way deep into the zone, couldn't. Olimata will chip it off the glass. No room there for Capo Caco. Mueller gives chase in the corner along with Armia. Sider into the corner, but Salonen first on the loose puck. Salonen plays it up for Koivisto. His shot goes off a body. Armia trying to get it to the front of the net. Goes off the end of Salonen's stick. And Sider will slow this down in his own zone. (1-1) between Latvia and Slovakia. Rodrigo Abels has put Latvia on the board. Its first goal after getting blanked by Canada in game 1. Canada and US both back at it tomorrow. The noon games, 12:20 puck drops. Visman floats this one in wide. Of course, all the games here on TSN. Some room back in across the line. Kapanen off the goal post. Kasperi Kapanen allowed to walk right down Main Street and puts it off the pipe.
That's because Lammikko drove right through the middle of the ice and drove both D-men back right to the goal crease almost.
Now play whistle down, and another penalty as Visman got done. Power play Germany when we come back.
Next thing the national between Germany and Finland, and these two guys, they're perfect.
Ja Saksan lassikilpailu täällä Suomen osallistujat ovat tämä 2. Suomi-Vanja huutoäänestyksellä. Tästä mennään.
Equalizes. Anna palaa.
Goes to the penalty box. Brian, we were talking during the break how things could change. Kasperi Kapanen with a glorious opportunity. He puts that in. It's 4-2. Instead, it stays 3-2 in a power play here for Germany.
Yeah, especially at the end of a period like this, you go in with a 2-goal lead.
Suomi 82, Arne Pesonen, 2 minuutin rangaistus.
Sider.
Aika 38.
Bjornanen has a broken stick. And a great block there by Bjornanen, and now he'll hustle over and get a new one. Germany back in on the power play into the final $1:20 of this second period. What has been a good game between Germany and Finland. Peterka, Sider, Cahoon. Dominic Cahoon to the goal line for Tiffels. Tiffels in for Fishbook, and he snapped that one perhaps off the shaft of Olimata's stick and over the net. So a 2-goal game for Mananen. Fishbook, Peterka, J.J. Peterka walks it in. Just no shooting lane there against Otama. Peterka on it again for Tiffels. Back for Peterka. Sider from the line. That never got through. Fishbook for over for Peterka. Sider for Cahoon, down for Tiffels. Dominic Cahoon takes the pass, tried to go across ice. Marco Antila blocked it, couldn't clear. Scores! J.J. Peterka, 3-3 is 33, scores.
As he got a gun, what a shot this is. But Marco Antila just looking up at the ceiling afterwards. They were tired out. The Germans moving the puck around so well. Up to that point, Bjornanen had been driving Peterka nuts. He'd really been doing a good job against him. And then they're tired. And then Finland gets a chance to clear it. and they don't clear. It's a quick spin around clear for sure. And sure enough, when you get those chances and you don't get it out, it ends up coming back to bite you. Peterka ends up with a chance on a little bit of room, working against fatigued guys who can't jump on him quick enough, and that is a blistering shot in the top shelf.
Peterka, 12 goals and 32 points, a rookie year in Buffalo. So Cahoon and Tiffels will draw assists on the goal by J.J. Peterka. So Sakari Manninen becomes the 6th two-goal scorer in 10 games at this World Championship. Mulligan, Sedlak, Tuck, Haga, and Nikolai Ehlers as the second period comes to an end. And a 3-3 tie. Power plays have played a part in this game, and they're deadlocked after 40 minutes here in Tampere.
Tilanne toisen erän jälkeen Saksa 3, Suomi 3. The score after the second period, Team Germany 3, Team Finland 3. Laukaukset maalia kohti toisessa erässä. Suomi 8, Saksa 5. Shots on goal in the second period, Team Finland 8, Team Germany 5.
Ja, aber Gunnar hat sich um die Schlittschuhe gekümmert. Sehr gut. Wenn du dich um die Schlittschuhe kümmerst, bist du jemand.
Universe in the IIHF app. Explore the action and dive into a new
Behind you, heads up! Right!
Dustin Strohmeyer in nets for Germany in this game. Far more chances than what the shots on goal would indicate. And there's Jussi Olkinuora in nets for Finland. Both these teams coming off opening day losses and hungry for a victory, trying to get into the win column. And Germany, who could not get a goal against Sweden yesterday, getting 3 here against a very good defensive team, Finland. Finland, 7 goals against now. It was into the semifinals last year before Finland gave up its 7th goal of the World Championship.
Yeah, there are lots of goals being scored in this tournament, on this side and on the B side too.
So the third period gets going. Lehtinen out of his own zone. He'll send this in. Lehtinen and Olli Mata. Mata has played big-time minutes, 13-12 for Olli Mata after 2 periods. We've talked about Hannes Bjornen and his face-off success rate. He has won 8 of 10 so far in this game. Cleared off the boards. It comes off a stick. Lehtinen ties his man up. And some room up the middle for Rantanen. Mikko Rantanen is that top line for Finland, goes to work. Rantanen trying to get that for Manninen. Manninen 2 in the game, looking for 3. Shot from the line by Olli Mata. Strohmeyer tracks it, takes it off the chest protector and hangs on.
This has been a really well-played game. Both teams playing hard. The details in the game are really good. The shooting is outstanding. The goals that we've seen have been beautiful. Power plays have been huge. The Germans are 1 for 3 on the power play, and actually the power play is responsible for wearing out the penalty killers of Finland on the other one. They should get credit, but officially it's only 1 for 3, and Finland's 1 for 2 on their power play.
Marcel Nobles in on the forecheck on Koivu's 2. Comes back at the line for Mueller. On for Fishbrook. Tried to drive that one to the net. That got blocked. Break for Capo. Caco in on goal to the backhand. Puck got rolling on him. And Strohmeyer got the left pad down. Another great opportunity for Capo Caco. Wisman banks this off the boards and out the center. And a broken stick there for Caco. That's just kind of the way it's been going here.
Well, that one couldn't score anyway. Just as well broken.
Cleared up. Tiffels will get it in. This gets batted right back out by Seppala. And back inside the German line. And on the regroup with Wagner. He'll play it back. Cross ice pass. As Hudl tried to get that back for Wagner. Strohmeyer plays it around the boards, but it comes off a skate. Finland able to hold it in, but only briefly. As Tiffels puts on the brakes and elects to head the other way. There's the long lead pass for Peterka. Has a little bit of room. Peterka puts on the brakes. And keeping a close eye on him was Nicholas Freeman. Cahoon will send it back into his own end. And Moritz Mueller out of Cologne will feed this ahead. Play gets broken up inside the line. Antila sends it on. And Bjorninen stepped on the broken stick. And the fans want a penalty.
It's hard to see the piece of the broken stick because it's got white tape on it. Half the fans don't realize that's what happened.
In across the line, wrist shot to the short side, and Jussi Old Kenora makes the save off of Justin Schutz and hang on to it.
And speaking of hanging on to it, Schutz won't let go. And they finally break him up.
Here's the chance by
Capo Kakko. Yeah, and it was Fishbook that turned the puck over, but Fishbook really came back. See how hard he's coming back on him? And because there's a preoccupation, that happens a lot on breakaways. And you get so preoccupied with the guy over your shoulder that Capo Kakko, I think, ran out of racetrack. He started to make his move way too late, and so I credit Fishbook for getting back on him with, just really getting on his horse and getting after him there. So that Kakko was so busy trying to stay in front of him, he didn't have enough room left to make his move.
Here's a chance. Manninen looking for the hat trick, and the save made by Strohmeyer. Had a couple of great looks at those last two plays. Our great crew here in Tampere, bringing those pictures into your living room for you. Played up the boards and set up at center. Manninen breaks it up. Manninen for Rantanen. Rantanen sends it across for Ultima. Antti Ultima. It's it back at the line for Rantanen, for Lehtinen, for Rantanen, for Ultima. Ultima walks it in, plays it down. Hartikainen off the corner boards, and he gets pinned there by Wistman, and that will allow Eel to skate it out and send it back into the Finland zone. Mikko Lehtinen will start. On it goes for Kakko. Big hit there by Kakko as he goes shoulder to shoulder with Wagner. Gets pinned in the corner to the left of Strohmeyer, comes loose, and Marcel Nobles will send it on for Fishbook. He'll come rink wide. Maximilian Kastner will chase this down in behind the net. Fishbook tried to block it, could not. Comes around the boards all the way out to neutral ice. Nobles will bring it right back in. Tried to get it to the front of the net, intercepted. And Kasperi Kapanen will take this, sends it across. And the shot by Lamikko misses the net. Kapanen after it on the near side, kept it at the line by Ville Poka. He'll play it all the way around the boards. Seppala in from the line, trying to keep it in that German end of the ice. Good play there by Kapanen as he squeezed Mueller to the near side wall. Cahoon will play it back for Moritz Mueller. Mueller to center, sends it in. Poka settles the puck down, sends it across, and then he'll get it back from Seppala. Antila had it go off of his stick, but then Antila with that long reach poked it away before any damage could be done. Antti Oksanen for Ville Poka, on for Antila and in. Strohmeyer sends it around the boards. Antila blocks it. Oksanen gets it to the front of the net, and it gets cleared away after Strohmeyer made the first save. And Oksanen back for it. At the line, trying to get that back in deep. Matten-Palo. Nicholas Matten-Palo plays here in this building for Ilves in Liga. 15 teams in Liga. The 3-3 tie here in the third period. Maximilian Zuber sends it back to the near corner. Stahoviak trying to find some room. Can't. Gets it again. And just releases it off the boards and out of harm's way. Otama trying to bring it back in. Stahoviak. Manninen has a broken stick. Stahoviak to the front of the net. And Eel couldn't get a stick on the redirect. Eel will chase it down. Gets it back to Mueller. Shot to the short side, and Okanora will make the save. 13:02 left to go in the third, and a 3-3 tie on TSN. Is alive and well on a Saturday night as the Finnish fans and all the other fans that are here are enjoying themselves and they're being entertained. A very good hockey game between Finland and Germany. Seider off the face-off, gets it crossed, and the shot by Mueller goes off the crossbar. Old Kenora never saw that at all. Kakko will send this in. Armia's after it. Koivisto in a battle on the near side boards. Comes back to Olli Mata. Mata down for Kakko. Kakko gets drilled into the corner boards by Moritz Seider. That brought a reaction from the Finland crowd. And now we do have a penalty coming up on the play. It's going to be a holding call. And it will be a power play for Germany.
The fans are going crazy because they thought, of course, it was going to be originally a penalty on Germany, but it ends up being, here's a look at the shot from the point right off the crossbar. That was a bullet. You never saw it until the last second. Okanora has his glove there, but it got him sort of right in the crook of the arm. But the penalty situation really rankled the fans here, but you know what, was well deserved. The first hit was a big hit, and because you heard the boards whack a little bit, it wasn't a hit from behind technically into the board, so I didn't think it was a penalty. And then it turns around, it ends up being, what was it, a tripping call, I think, in the long run. Anyway, power play here for Germany.
Jiri Salonen to the penalty box. Olli Mata getting double teamed in the corner, but jams it up the boards, and that allows Bjornen to get it out the center ice. Seider will play it back into his own end. This is the fourth power play of the game for Germany. 1 for 3 so far. Tiffels in for Peterka. Peterka plays it back for Moritz Seider. He had Bjornen right on him, but Seider did a good job to make sure that puck never got by him, and Bjornen may have been off to the races shorthanded.
Bjornen has done a heck of a job on the penalty kill. He is really smart. His use of his stick in the passing lanes, where he positions his body, he's been driving Seider and JJ Peterka nuts.
Tiffels tied up by Oksanen. Around it goes for Dominic Cahoon. He'll pitch it back for Fishbrook, who gets it on for Tiffels and on for Peterka. Up top, Moritz Seider back for Peterka. Peterka to the goal line for Tiffels. In for Fishbrook, and his stick was all tied up by Oksanen. And now Seider will push it back into his own zone and head to the bench on the change.
That power play, though, over the course of the game, Dennis, though, has really moved it around. They've shown a lot of different looks. They haven't all worked by any means, but they've gone from the point to the left wing to the right wing, shooting back from the point, trying to hit the bumper guy in the middle, and that's all part of the process, and keep them second-guessing on the penalty kill.
This meant for Hudl. On for Marcel Nobles and back for Kastner. Maximilian Kastner leaves there for Hudl. Back for Kastner, sends it around for Nobles. Nobles had trouble with it. Marco Sturm trying to hold it in. Or make that Nico Sturm. And it's cleared down the ice. One shot on the power play, so a big kill for Finland. Stahoviak in his first World Championship carries in, got stopped inside the line. And Rantanen, as that top line after the penalty kill, comes right back out for Finland. Drop back for Freeman. He'll send it back for Rantanen. Spins a backhander. Martin lets the shot go from the line. That got turned aside. Matten Pello with the blast. Rantanen spinning away. Rantanen parks in behind the net, centers it. And Manninen, and now a collision. Manninen and Strohmeyer. Hartikainen plays it back for Rantanen. A chance there for Hartikainen, and he tried to get Manninen out front. Manninen blocks the pass. Freeman had it get away from him, and it still's not out. And now Finland will try to get a change in, and Germany will start one as well as it comes around the boards and back into the Finnish zone.
Or the battle level around the net in the German zone was very evident there. It's the way this game has been played.
Yuri Salonen will send this deep into the German zone. Yoel Armia is after it, puts it back for Salonen. Salonen works it to the line. Shot by Lettman and a glove save by Strohmeyer, and will get a stoppage in play. 3-3 in the third. Sakari Manninen, with 2 in the game, has had a number of chances to get the hat trick. Yoel Armia has the other goal for Finland. Germany with a power play goal. Marcel Nobles has a goal. Bispin and Peterka. Peterka's coming with the man advantage. And that's where we stand here with under 9 to go in the third period. Koivisto up for Capo Kakko. Wagner pinches in from the line and holds it in the Finnish zone. And Koivisto will try it again. Long lead pass for Kakko. Kakko trying to get around Wagner. Kakko fights off one check, and now Wagner gets a little bit of help from Eel. Good work by Kakko in the corner. Maximilian Zuber now in a battle there with Armia. Puck stuffed around the boards, and Ole Mata jumps down low to hold it in for Vili Poka. Kakko goes cross ice, and that got deflected and taken on the far side by Nico Sturm. Poka parks in behind his own net. Sends it up on the left side, up at center. Pestinen going in after it. Played around, Polka trying to hold it in, does. Plays it back for Harry Pestinen. For Kapanen. Lamiko heads to the front of the net. Kapanen turns, fires it. And Moritz Seider is there to deflect it up and down a play.
Okay, guys, everybody knows.
The quality of the play is really impressive by both teams. The attention to details, the coaches have to be pretty darn happy about this one. Away from the play, coverage in front of the net, boxing out, making sure you're on the right side, having a guy stick tied up, chasing at the right time, getting back into the middle of the ice at the right time. Both teams have done all of these things well.
Faceoffs becoming very important here with 7.5 to go in a tie game. Hartikainen trying to outmuscle Mueller, does, throws it into the paint. Rantanen tracks it down. Rantanen looking for some room, quick shot, rebound, scores! Rantanen with the first shot, and Mikko Lehtinen finds the rebound, and Finland with the 1-goal lead.
Mikko Rantanen is just dazzling on this play. There is not much room to work with, and he just works his way through 2 or 3 different guys in black jerseys. It starts out from behind the net, and then the scramble. Here's Rantanen. Pressure, get away from the pressure, walk through 2 guys. Lose another one, get the shot on net, get everybody's attention, and meanwhile, a really intelligent Mikko Lehtinen walks down from the point where nobody sees him, and he's in the right place when the rebound comes out, and he makes the right shot. Top shelf on the short side, and there's nothing the goaltender Strohmeyer can do on that one. That's some beautiful execution under pressure started by Rantanen.
So a 4-3 lead, and now an icing call against Germany. Rantanen and Otama will get in on the assists.
The more you watch Rantanen play, the more you realize how calm he is when everybody else is losing their mind. That's a sign of a great player, and that's a sign of a guy who scored over 50 goals and has over 100 points in the season. His game has just gotten better and better over the years. He's good in the corner, good on the wall, and good with the puck.
490 NHL games played and 513 points.
Yeah, that pretty much says it.
In behind the German net. Dominic Cahoon trying to come up with the puck and get going offensively. Oksanen trying to keep it in. Good work there by him. And now finally Tiffels finds a little bit of room and lets the wrister go. And you see Old Kenora will snare that.
Good job by Tiffels there. They need some momentum coming back, of course, after this goal has been scored. We're down to about 6.5 minutes left. The process here and the way it finished, there's a replay of Lehtinen moving in from the point, and his positioning is good. You move down as a defenseman, you go to an opening, and you see where it happens, what happens. If it goes sideways, he's still in a position to loop back up and get back in a position and defend going back up the ice.
Led all defensemen in scoring in last year's tournament. Lehtinen did with 12 points. And a big goal here in the third period. How big? We'll find out in the next 6 minutes and 20 seconds. There's a chance, backhander, and that sails through the crease and comes to the near side. Some good speed there from Parker Toomey. Toomey with another opportunity and couldn't drive that one through as Koivustu got in front of it. Rantanen, good job to protect the puck, and he'll lift it off the boards and out the center. And they're going to call this a glove pass, and we'll get a stoppage in play with 6 on the nose left in regulation.
For Germany now to come back, the idea would be get up the ice and get some shots even on the rush right after that goal was scored. Tiffels, I like the way that guy plays for Germany. He just came right down the wing. He didn't have anybody in the middle of the ice. He didn't force any anything and maybe have a turnover and add to the momentum of Finland. He just came down and ripped the shot. The goaltender made the save, but he got a face-off in the offensive zone. Little things like that start to turn the tide after you've been scored on.
Have a look at Harold Kreis, the coach of the German team, a Winnipegger. Came over to Germany at 19 years of age. And his first year behind the bench, taking over from Tony Soderholm.
Must be a good guy from Winnipeg.
Exactly. Can't argue with that. Tiffels trying to get that deep, cannot. I have a picture of your picture hanging on a wall in one of the Winnipeg arenas. Up at center, Moritz Seider will send it in. This gets played around the boards. Mueller from the line, in for Tiffels. Tiffels gets jammed up in the corner along with Lakimo, and it's cleared up at center ice. Lamico tying his man up in behind the play, and he cleared back up. And Germany on the regroup with under 5. Turned over at center, and Lamico will put this back into the German zone. 159 NHL games played for Juho Lamico with Florida and Vancouver. Maximilian Kastner tried to play it down low, intercepted by Pessinen. Koivisto tried to play it around the boards and got away from him. Long shot from the line by Wagner. That goes wide. And Pestinen will deflect this out of his own zone. And Wagner will hustle back. Stahoviuk waiting for the pass on the near side. It ends up on the stick of Toomey. He'll try and chase it down. And Finland very quickly just making sure the puck is out of their end of the ice. And now under 4. This gets deflected in. Samuel Saramis chasing it. Couldn't get there first, and it's cleared, and here comes Rantanen. Rantanen cuts to the inside. And getting back was Moritz Mueller, and a good defensive play. Saramis sends it in, goes in after it. Pile up in behind the net that is being guarded by Jussi Olkinuora. Antila sends it wide. Antila's going to drive it to the net. And Strohmeyer makes the save on the short side as the big man took it to the cage. Seider sends it on for Cahoon. Cahoon to the line, off a skate. He'll have to backtrack. 4-3 Finland, and now 3 left in regulation. Pitched off the boards by Olli Mata. Jonas Mueller will hold it in. Otama swings it around the boards. Oksanen will chip it out of harm's way. And Tiffels will go back for it. On for J.J. Peterka. Peterka stick handles his way in with Kastner. Kastner got bumped off the puck. So Seppala tried to play it around the boards. It's intercepted. But then Nobles couldn't handle it. And it's cleared away. Kakko will carry it in. Kakko tight turns to try and find some room against the checking of Zuber. And it's cleared out to center ice. Hit there by Armias. He knocked Toomey off the puck. Kakko waiting for it. Seider steps up and breaks it up, and now 2.
2 minutes left in the third period.
Olli Mata to the line. Does this get out? Sturm trying to hold it in. Can't. And now 6 attackers for Germany. Strohmeyer to the bench for the extra man. Seider drops it back to Cahoon. On for Tiffels. Tiffels leaves for Cahoon and back for Tiffels. Marcel Nobles in the high slot. Shot from the line comes through some traffic and wide. Peterka trying to hold it in. Can't. Rantanen will chip it out. Tiffels will carry back in. Gives way to Rantanen. and off a body and wide of the empty net. And they're going to call icing, and Rantanen has got a legitimate debate going here, and the referee very quickly says no, the face-off will be at center.
Here's a look at it. Who touches it? Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Seider thought it was going to go on the net. Maybe it very well was. He may have saved the goal, and it was incorrectly called an icing call, so you're right. They will go at center ice. I'm not sure what Seider was thinking when he took that long shot from the blue line, and that one got deflected off and into the corner, and it seemed to be an easy clear. It went to Rantanen, and they got it down the ice, and then you saw what happened after that. But just seemed to me that they got the puck under control, got it back to Seider at the blue line, and I'm not sure what that was all about. He must have seen something he liked, I guess traffic in front, but it seemed to be a real wasted play. It certainly turned out to be a real throwaway.
Timeout for Germany. So the face-off will be at center ice. Does Strohmeyer go back into the net? Yes, he does. Now the Finns all over at their bench. Referee goes over and says, let's get this game going, boys.
Every face-off means seconds off the clock for Finland.
This will get sent into the German zone by Hartikainen. Rantanen goes in after it. Rantanen gets spilled in the corner. And here comes Peterka. Peterka on the backhand will knife it in. Ole Mata, 6 attackers again for Germany. Rantanen at the empty net goes cross ice. And Hartikainen couldn't handle it cleanly as he was getting pressured there by Seider. Seider back in for Tiffels. Little beyond his reach, and this is going to be an icing call against Finland, and that's going to bring the face-off, or against Germany, that's going to bring the face-off back, and that's going to put Strohmeyer back into his net. We talk about how good Finland is defensively. Maybe the key numbers for Finland are 4-3. You go back to last year's semifinal, 4-3 win over the United States. The gold medal game, a 4-3 win over Canada. And now trying to close this one out with a 4-3 win.
Be their lucky number. Germany really upset about this icing call, and I agree with them, actually. That should not have been icing.
And a key face-off win by who else but Hannes Bjornanen. So a few more seconds tick off the clock. Dominic Cahoon takes it wide, throws it to the front of the net. It went off the skate of Ville Pukka and just by the near post. Back to the line for Seider. Seider will go cross ice, dying seconds here. Dominic Cahoon tracks it down, has to get it to the net. Ticks off a body and wide, and Finland will hang on in what has been a very well-played hockey game.
Absolutely terrific hockey game by both teams here. Well-deserved win by the Finns. They needed a big-time victory in regulation after losing the first game to the U.S. This was an absolute must for them, and Germany gave them everything they could handle.
Germany 3, Team Finland 4. Laukaukset maalia kohti kolmannessa erässä. Suomi 10.
4-3 the final here. Slovakia with a 2-1 lead over Latvia. And we are going to send you to Riga for the end of that game. Good night from Tampere. We send you to Gord Miller and Mike Johnson.
Shots on goal in the third game. Team Finland 25, Team Germany 13. Vuoden 2023 IIHF jääkiekon MM-kisojen yhteistyökumppani Raiffeisen Bank International palkitsee kummankin joukkueen parhaan pelaajan. The best players of both teams will be awarded by Raiffeisen Puck International, official sponsor of the 2023 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship Tournament. Saksan palkinnon jakaa prize for Team Germany is presented by Westminster Groupin omistaja, owner of the Westminster Group, Marian Sipurske. Suomen palkinnon jakaa prize for Team Finland is presented by Suomen Jääkiekkoliiton toimitusjohtaja, CEO of the Finnish Ice Hockey Association, Sami Kauhanen. Saksan paras pelaaja, best player of Team Germany, numero 6, number 6, Kai Wisman. Suomen paras pelaaja, best player of Team Finland, numero 65, number 65, Sakari Manninen. Arvoisa yleisö, jos pystyt, pyydän nousemaan ylös, ottamaan hatun päästäsi ja kuulemaan voittajajoukkueen Suomen kansallishymnin. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, please rise and remove your hats for the national anthem of the winning team, Finland. Jääkiekon MM-kisat jatkuvat huomenna täällä Nokia Areenalla ottelulla USA-Unkari. Kello 12:20. Tervetuloa. The 2023 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship Tournament will continue tomorrow in Nokia Arena at 12:20 p.m. with the game USA-Hungary. Welcome.
game by us and also by them. I think it was pretty even. We defended well and we had our chances to win this game, so it kind of hurts that we lost.
What did this game teach you about the grittiness of your team, sticking with it?
Oh, I think that's what makes us strong as Team Germany. We always fight for each other, like we leave it all out there, and that gives us a chance to win every game.
You have a day off before your next game against USA, a team that beat Finland 4-1. What's the level of urgency right now as Germany seeks their first win of the tournament?
Yeah, I think the first two games we for sure deserved more than 0 points, so we want to go into the game, just battle as hard as we did, and hopefully we'll get some points.
Was it difficult playing in front of a very Finnish crowd who were loud and animated throughout this game?
Nein, ich denke, es war cool, vor so einer Kulisse zu spielen. Ich denke nicht, dass es uns schwerer gemacht hat. Ja, ich hoffe, dass wir noch viele Spiele haben vor so einer Kulisse.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
After a back-and-forth battle, you score the game-winning goal to give Finland their first win of the tournament. How good did that goal feel?
It felt great, like a little relief after a really rusty start for us, but we got the win, so that's the most important thing. I'm really happy for that.
Sakari Mananen with 2 goals tonight in less than 2 minutes apart. How critical was his performance this evening in earning the victory?
He's always key player for us. He shows up every night and he played heck of the game again, so we're really happy to have him.
The assist on your game-winning goal came from Mikko Rantanen, obviously won a Stanley Cup with Colorado last year. This year he said he wants to win a championship with Finland. How would you describe his game?
He's good. He's getting better all the time. He's a strong, big guy. He's use his body and he can make sick plays. So we can just enjoy his game also.
Sir,
okay.
Tonight, you got your first win of the tournament in front of a sea of Finnish fans. How crucial was that atmosphere?
Loistava fiilis hallissa ja nautittiin porukalla siitä ja ihan mahtavaa saada voitto Suomi-faneille ja toivottavasti saadaan tästä vähän lisää virtaa ja lisää voittoja.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hyvä pokka. Olikin mauha. Suomi! Hyvä Suomi! Hyvä Suomi! Pitäisikö sittenkin vaihtaa tuonne Ilveksen puolelle? Minä turpakin. Siellä tuli isoja kavereita. Yes. Hyvä peli.
IIHF app. Featuring all statistics on your favorite players. Your favorite favorite teams.